So, Casey, tell us first of all what your pitching plans are the first 3 days.
Oh, shoot, I don't even know. Do we have, when do we play?
Friday, Saturday,
Friday?
Sunday.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. No, we have Eric Lauer's throwing game 1. Trent Wallace will get game 2, and Easton Lucas is game 3. All left-handers, all bring a little something different. So they've had good spring. So looking forward to it.
What have you learned about Lauer, given the fact he has a lot of big league time?
He goes after hitters. He pounds the zone and uses all his pitches effectively. When he gets ahead, he has the ability to go strike the ball in the zone with his breaking ball, and he hits corners with his fastball late in the count when he's ahead. It's a kind of old school, like pitcher, real pitcher, and he's got good stuff. So look forward to watching him.
When you look at this group, you've got some bats back from last year that gave you some power. How do you view this team?
Yeah, it's always, I think offensively, we, on paper, as always, we look pretty good. I think there's some guys that have been successful here in the past. If they have those years, it would be good. Some guys that have been up and down big leaguers that, can help us out. And then some younger players that have had good springs and have had good years in AA. So, on paper it looks good, and I foresee them, being able to put up some runs. I think our big thing is, as always with me, is playing solid defense. Throwing the ball over the plate, and not giving up extra bases, and limiting walks, and being able to catch it and throw them out. So that's the big thing always. Pitching and defense is gonna keep you in games, and our offense does look like it's capable of scoring runs. So we will see. I look forward to it.
Where do you envision defensively using Orelvis and Leo?
Well, Leo won't be here for a while, so he's on the IL right now. He'll start there, but Orelvis he'll play second base and third. So he'll move back and forth there, DH occasionally. And then we'll see from there as we move on.
And I know Kasevich is still on the IL.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what do you do in terms of shortstop?
Stefanik will play there. Michael has been up and down the big leagues and been a big league player. He has not played shortstop in a while, but he's up to the task, and he'll probably play there. And Michael Turconi will play there too. So we have 2 guys that'll they'll fill in capably.
Just what excites you about being back in Buffalo with this organization for another season?
I love it. I love this. I love Buffalo. It's wonderful. I've always been treated well. I've enjoyed the city. I like coming back. Working with the same people in this organization for when I played, and now for my 5th year here, managing. So I get excited when the season starts. I always say in spring training, I just want my team, and I want to go and see what happens. So it's always an exciting time for the season to start. Obviously, complain about the weather, but you know what? It's Buffalo, and I love it, and so it's an advantage for us, I think.
What does it say about the parent club that they allow you to come back? They want you here, and they know the relationship you have with these people.
Yeah, I don't know. I like I said, I really enjoy it here, and hopefully, we have done some things here that have helped the Major League Club. We had quite a few guys go there last year. Obviously, they didn't have the year they wanted to have, but again, they're starting off 0-0, and they've got a really good looking staff, and they've bolstered their bullpen, and I think offensively they're going to do better. So it's anything that we can do with our players here to help them throughout the season when they need it. We will do that. We'll attempt to.
Any under the radar names or players that you think people should keep an eye out for this spring?
Well, I don't think people saw Jonathan Clase much last year. He came over in a trade, but he's a young talent. Obviously, Joey Loperfido was in the big leagues last year, so he's starting here. But those are 2 guys that I look to have good seasons and kind of carry us. We got guys that come back. They're all in their own way. Can do some things that that are pretty impressive, and that will help us win ball games.
What was it like coming to the ballpark today, seeing snow on the ground?
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny. I walked out of the. First of all, it took me like an hour to get my car delivered to me at the hotel because I thought I came and I gave my keys to some guy that was just standing out there, and he took my car. But they finally found it, and I got over here, and it was like, yep, okay, I'm back in Buffalo, let's go. So I mean, it's just something that early on in the season you deal with, and I'm sure some of our guys have probably never seen snow before, so that was cool for them.
And you guys have had to, the last couple of years, make the adjustment now. Even in AAA, you're starting in March. So, I mean,
Yeah.
the guys who are in AAA have to learn to essentially understand that's going to be the big league, so they're kind of making it equivalent now.
Yeah, right. And so I mean, it's actually Michael Stefanik said he goes, you know what? It's great to hit in the cold. The pitchers, their breaking balls don't move as much, and so he looked at it as a positive. So I mean, when you do that, and you can relay that to your other teammates and things like that, you don't tell pitchers obviously because you want them to think it's their advantage. So I think just the way you look at it and the way you approach it does a lot to how you can deal with it and how you can handle it.
Casey, when you spent the 6 weeks in Dunedin for spring training, given all the dynamics going on right now with Americans and Canadians, did you feel any discernible difference in the vibe in the clubhouse, engagement with fans, or was it just
No,
pretty much the same?
it seemed okay there. I mean, it's just, we were playing baseball, so I mean, obviously there is a lot going on with all that, but we were in spring training, and it's just interesting with baseball. You're kind of in that isolated world at that time, and so you're going through that because there's decisions being made, and sometimes you forget things are happening in the outside world until you get back to the reality of what you're doing. So it seemed it was okay that there was no high tension or anything. So